All right, just the last couple problems to review. This is not a comprehensive review at all, just the last couple problems. We did more review yesterday. If you were watching the video for review, you might want to look at yesterday's video. So today, I want to start with I cubed. What is that? Well, would you agree it's I times I times I? All right. And it'd be really smarter than that to instead say I squared times I, because we know what I squared is. Not 1, close. Negative 1. So if that's negative 1, that's times I. What's the answer? Negative I. All right, would you please figure out what I to the 4th, I to the 5th, and I to the 6th are? I to the 4th, I to the 5th, and I to the 6th. You can break them up into I squareds and regular I's, and I think it'll be the easiest way. I'll pause for a second while you try that. But tell me, how do you do it? Yep, don't just tell me the answer. How do you do it?
Okay, so took I times I.
Okay, that works.
So that I squared equals -1.
Very nice.
I squared.
Very nice.
And then I know that -1
Raise your hand if you had 1 for that one. Okay, good. Guy in the green sweater in the back. Tell me what to do. There's a smart way. See if you can think of the smartest way you can to solve I to the 5th. Ooh, if I to the 4th is 1, this isn't I to the 4th though, this is I to the 5th. Times I, so it's 1 times I, so it's I. You got it. Now could you have broken that down and said I squared times I squared times I? Yeah, but it's just smarter to know it's I to the 4th. We just did that one. It was 1. It was really simple. So it's 1 times I, so it's I. All right, good. Now let's talk about another typical question. Why can't you get the answer from a picture on these? Because it doesn't touch the x. Yeah, that's where the answers are, is where it touches the x-axis. So in this case, we can get them by using what? The quadratic formula. All right. And a quadratic formula typically would come out like this. 2 plus or minus the square root of -20 all over 6. Would you please simplify that one down? And now you're smart enough to just say, oh, and that negative doesn't bother me. I can just use I. I'm going to pause for a moment while you try that. All right, Mr. G in the green. Tell me what to do. Replace that root 20. Excellent. Didn't skip anything. Now we can do 2 of these things. Keep going.
Oh, sorry. Root of 4 is
Perfect. So now we replaced that with that. Now call on somebody else to do the canceling. You've been called on. Go ahead.
Alright, so get rid of the 2.
Oh, so they just cancel out and they're all gone? Oh. 1 and a 1 and a 2 goes in here. So final answer. Raise your hand if you had that one right. Okay, awesome. Now let's move into a different kind of imaginary problem. What if they give you this? This is a good ACT kind of question. Multiply it all out, and when you get the I squared part, you should know what it means. Get a final answer. Simplified. And write it the right way, too. If you write it backwards, it'll be wrong. Pause for a second while you're doing that. All right, so final answer on this one. When you multiply this guy out, you get 4 times 3 is 12. Outside, you get negative 3i. Inside, you get positive 8i. And last, you would get negative 2i squared. And that part is equal to -1. And that makes this -1. And that makes this whole thing positive 2. And positive 2 goes with the 12 and makes 14. And then these guys can go together and make plus 5i. So there's your answer for that last practice problem. And that's all I got for today.